Welcome to Sovereign Temples. This is a collective communion where we truly ask to not take the bait of hate. So if you are ready to invoke your higher self, the Holy Mother and Holy Father of all of life, and the truth of our oneness, then this communion is for you. And I'm just going to start with a preface that right now there is every attempt upon us to get us to hate anyone or anything we do not understand or agree with. And there is nothing like hate to allow viral programming in. And this is not to excuse bad behavior, but truly all bad behavior is from suffering, from great suffering. And humanity is suffering because it has forgotten the truth of its own sovereign divinity. And for those of us who are courageous enough to embody our light, it truly is our light that can be most frightening, because when one begins to embody a lot of light and a lot of love and a lot of compassion, and they're stepping outside of judgment, they are escaping the dualistic matrix that we have known, and your light actually does begin to get you to shift things up. And for some reason, humans hate change. I have surrendered into change and continue to, but this is an offering that I felt called to do because there's just so much programming right now to hate. And if you do not want to really keep your vibration down, if you do not want to block abundance, if you do not want to really suffer, then really using discernment and truly invoking your higher self to wash you with discernment and to offer the remembrance that no one can oppress you. This victim mentality of this person is out to get you, or the government, or what have you, fill in the blank, is oppressing, that requires a paradigm to be being operated in by our consciousness. We have to be running the victim program in order to think that we would need to hate anyone or anything because we have given away our sovereign power, that we are not the co-creators of our world. And there's a lot of talk, everybody wants to talk about law of attraction and manifesting and, all of this, but then they don't want to take 100% responsibility for their sovereign creations and the paradigms that they're operating that are, yes, attracting everything. And when enough of us come into our power fully, by not choosing to hate, and I'll use an example right now. We have all the wars breaking out in the Middle East, and over here in America, it is, you either stand with this person or that person. And if you don't stand with these people, then you're against them, or, you have to hate this group of people or that group of people because this region is, more so of this religion, this region of this religion, and it's a hate. And it's like, what? Human race. We are all part of the human race and ultimately all part of the Holy Mother, the source consciousness, and the Holy Father emanating the light. And so we all come from that dark womb and the original light. And so we're all one. And nobody knows what other people's experiences have been that are causing them to operate in the paradigms that they're operating in, and how much amnesia people have, and how disassociated, and how many viral programs are being run. And I still believe, though, that we chose to come to experience. So none of it's a problem. We're all here for soul expansion. And sometimes the ones that they're labeling as the, bad oppressor or what have you could be offering a really powerful soul expansion for a collective. That's none of my business. It's none of my damn business what other people's paradigms are. What is my business is the business of divinity. I have surrendered to divinity. And if you're attracted to listening to my offerings, I know that you are on a path of saying, yes, I'm willing to step into my highest potential. And there's no higher potential than us allowing divinity to work through us and to serve divinity. And you don't have to be a preacher or a minister. You can do that in the way that you raise your family, and the way that you garden, and the way that you do anything. And so let us just create about 5 minutes to say a prayer together, and to commune with humanity right now, and to set a declaration that we truly are warriors of light, and that we will not let hate in our hearts, and that we consecrate our hearts as a living temple of divinity to pour miracles through us through the power of compassion. And compassion simply needs witnessing. When one is moved through compassion, that becomes loving and kind action. But compassion can do such powerful work simply through the witnessing without what? Judgment. And this need to judge everything that we don't understand in our limited thinking. But what's not limited is our love and our willingness to be a vessel of compassion. There is no limit to that, because it does not need any reason, any justification. We're simply saying, I choose peace. And again, this is not about rolling over. One who really is embodying that gets cloaked in Christed light. And that is beyond a dogma term. Christed Buddhic light, heavenly light. You get cloaked in a divine light of protection. And you get to co-create in your world however you want. And you are not at the mercy of people that are playing out roles of oppressors and victims. And I know that that can sound heartless with the current situations happening around the globe. Everywhere. There is a great awakening happening, and there is going to be so much that is falling away. It is perfect. So much has to come to light to help people awaken. And we don't know what that is, or what kind of tragedies are happening out of a divine order. So let us come into prayer, taking some breaths. I would like to start with a prayer that I am an initiate of. Divine Mother of all life, take us to that place deep within your womb where we can know nothing and be reborn anew. Divine Mother of all life, take us to that place deep within your womb where we can know nothing and be reborn anew. Holy Mother, encapsulate us in your sacred, holy womb and nourish us with the truth that we are one with all, and with our free will to individuate for soul experiences, to remember that we are made in your exact holy image, and assist us throughout our days ahead as the polarity is increasing and the attempts to divide and hate are being pushed at every direction. We come to you, Holy Mother, for your divine wisdom and knowing that you have it under control, and that we are here to embody the holy light and fire, the holy light that creates all form that you sustain in your cosmic womb space. And allow us to use this light for love and for co-creating systems of sovereignty as you continue to shine light on all tyrannical systems that are beginning to crumble. We trust in your divine timeline, and we fully take back our sovereign power of being co-creators, massively supported and sustained by you, where all power comes from, by you who lives in us, through us, who breathes through us, who emanates the divine masculine light that pours through us, that is orchestrating our form and nourished and supported by you, Holy Mother. Opening our hearts for compassion and for love and for understanding, and that we need not judge. And bless us with eyes to see and ears to hear our divine nature and where all power comes from, within, and that no one or nothing has power over us, for we are the children of the divine Holy Mother and Holy Father. And we need not fear these paradigms of fear or lack or scarcity or even death, for we are eternal beings of your love and light. And we ask that you assist us in remembering this whenever the programs of fear or hate are placed in front of us, and that we only bear witness and extend compassion, and then go about our business, which we are choosing to be in service to you. And let whatever the divine will for this great awakening upon us, and that our heart is here to do, how we are here to serve as when we do this, we strengthen not only ourselves, but the collective, and remind us that living a joyful, prosperous, and peaceful life, even when others are choosing chaos, war, and hell, is the most loving thing we can do for all of our brothers and sisters, because it shines your light and lets them know that they too can choose love. They too can choose sovereignty. They too can reprogram their minds with any sovereign program. And we ask you, Holy Mother and Holy Father, and higher selves, the aspect of you that gives this body life, to guide us in being vessels of love and compassion. Thank you, Holy Mother and Holy Father. Thank you, higher selves. It is done, it is done, it is done. Aum. Thank you so much for being in communion with me. All my love and light. Namaste.